Well, that just made me... What I just said about the remakes makes me think of... Netflix is remaking Avatar: The Last Airbender, live action.
Are they still doing that?
They are still doing it.
I thought that was a meme which died out.
No, it's real.
Oh.
Live action, but with
You've ruined my day.
But with the same showrunners and writers as the original series. But there is no way they can improve it. They will just make it live action, and even if they recreate the animation shot for shot, it still will only be just as good as the original.
Animation.
And remaking something that's already incredible makes no sense to me, because what's the point?
You can't. There's no. The only way is down.
Yeah, exactly. But also,
even if it is an improvement, it'll be such a minor improvement. What was the point?
Yeah.
But what I don't understand overall is this is again going back to the Lion King thing of like the animation isn't good enough. Apparently, we have to have live action things. It's like, why you don't see things having a live action film and be like, we're going to make an animated remake of it.
You do it very occasionally, especially with like superhero stuff. Like you got the Harley Quinn animated show, and you got a lot of Batman and Superman animated shows that are arguably a lot better than
not remakes, but they're generally their own thing. As in the Batman anime series isn't like, you know, a remake of Tim Burton's Batman, for example.
Well, I mean, you could argue that because a lot of, say, Batman and or Superman films are based on the comics, that as are the animated series based on the comics, you could say that they are, you know, similar. They're the same vein.
I mean, the problem is that's getting into adaptation, which is sort of its own thing. But in terms of, like, for example, no one's made like an animated remake of Citizen Kane.
No.
Well, I mean, no one's made a remake of Citizen Kane, to be fair. It had a blessed restraint on that.
Yeah.
But, like, you know, that's basically my point. Is it doesn't go both ways. We only seem to have all these live action remakes are happening of animated films, because it's like this sort of inherent bias that animation is for kids and isn't good enough. And
which is really annoying, because especially in The Last Airbender, the animation is one of the best bits. Like, it's so incredibly well animated, and it's so good for what they're doing. Like,
it's ingrained into the context of the film.
Wonderful, you know, they're like beautifully animated. I mean, especially with all the elements and all that.
I think we can see, comparing it to the awful live action film,
is it Ang Lee? Was it Ang Lee that made the...
No, it was M. Night
Shyamalan. But of course it was.
But like, you can see just how pitiful the effects look when you make them live action.
But also, you're trying to do the thing where...
lacking in sort of depth and sort of...
If you watch... I don't know how much you've seen it.
Of what?
The M. Night Shyamalan film.
I've seen basically lots of reviews of it, but I haven't
they try and cram... So it's a 23 episode long series. No, was it 23 or maybe 20? Episode long series. The episodes are roughly 22 minutes. But that's
24.
Condensing that whole season long into a 2 hour long film.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean,
even
you lose so much.
Divide.
Yeah. Which they did.
Yeah.
Thankfully. But so there was a thing where in the remake, the live action remake, M. Night Shyamalan's film, he wanted the effects and everything to be impressive and the fight scenes. But if you watch the fight scenes, a lot of it is the actors just waiting to be in the right position, waiting for the camera to be in the right position so that they can then start moving. Because he's trying to do this like one take fight scene kind of thing.
It's 1917, isn't it, with the restrictions of cinematography on.
But whereas in 1917 works a bit better because they haven't got
superpowers.
Well, but they've got guns in that. Whereas in this, they've got to do very, very particular martial arts moves. Whereas in the animation, they don't have to wait because they're animated, because they can animate it exactly as they want.
Exactly.
And you get these incredible like fight scenes that have this amazing, you know, one take movement that look just as good, because they're not actors who have had to do this whole thing. They're just animated people.
And that's the virtue of pure animation, is the fact that you can achieve literally anything in animation. You can make the stuff that would be like, you know, like logistically at least infeasible in live action, is just, you know, standard bread and butter in animation. That is why it can do these kind of like fantastical stories so well, and have it so consistently good with its visuals. Unlike live action, where you've got to worry about will the effects look good, will it look realistic, will it have that weight and depth to it. Well, an animation is like, yes, because everything does. It's all equal footing, because that's how the style works.
But that film sucks.
Yes. I don't think that's a controversial statement.
is amazing. Also not a controversial statement. Yeah.
But yeah, so the live action series on that.
But I don't understand. Like,
it's a point that
it's the same writers, the same showrunners. Like, what's the point? Like, as I said, like, even if they make it shot for shot recreation, it will only be just as good as the original. But then we've got the original, so what's the point?
Yeah.
There is no possible way they could improve on it. Like, why make it?
And the only reason left is like, oh, what's the main difference then? Animation versus live action, because animation isn't valid. And that's what annoys me about it. And because what else could it be? Why else would it be?
But then with this type of thing, it's going to be so over-reliant on CGI that it will just look...
It'll be a Lion King.
It will be a Lion King.
Well, maybe close to the Jungle Book.
Yeah. But it will be... Because think about it, all of the animals will have to be CGI, because they're like, there's not a single...
And Upper looks terrible.
Yeah, exactly.
How cute he is in the animated one, and then he's a monstrosity in the M. Night Shyamalan film.
But all of the bending will have to be stop. All of the bending will have to be CGI, obviously.
Yeah.
But that works so well in the animation, but it's just going to look goofy.
Plus, also think about things such as like the massive drill. I can't remember what episode it is. It's in season 2, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like breaching, blasting, say.
Yeah.
But how so much of that episode is going to be CG, because you've got this massive like desert. You've got this colossal drill that's like miles long
as well.
Yeah, there's the wall. There's all these tanks as well that are getting like completely like earthquaked to death.
Yeah.
How that is just going to be entirely animated through computers and like photorealistic. But that's animation. There's moments of that throughout the series where it's just gonna be like the amount of actual live action stuff in it will be so minimal, it'll be pointless.
Yeah.
It will just be photorealistic updates of the original animation.
It's annoying, isn't it?